Hello friends, welcome back, BigDenoPlays, Elder Scrolls Betrayal the Second Era. We're in session 3 of our campaign in High Rock with our Nordic bard who does not have a name, but she is a rock star. It's a dungeon and it doesn't even come close to fitting on this map, on this situation, so I've just done my best and we'll just have to work around it. We're a master bard with a single speech dice for us to sing a song of tenacity, all of these heavy armor dice, and sword and board for us to just pound on. We haven't used these great sword and board ones yet. Yeah, so it's pretty good. I feel okay. And we've got a cool little story. So let's go read the end game, which is called Waking Nightmares. So you've searched long and hard for clues about these so-called soldiers of the void and their traffic in supernatural goods under the cover of unrest in the province of High Rock. Your sleep is racked by disquieting dreams of these grey-cloaked cultists. When you awake, you find yourself at the entrance of the Doom Crag, the accursed Iliad ruin where much of the cult's activity seems to have been focused. Cautiously, you step inside and see that your sleuthing has paid off. Your eyes are immediately drawn to the wood elf Deslandra, who you've learned is the leader of the Soldiers of the Void. Next to her stands another imposing figure, his face in shadow, his body clad in the robes of another cult, the Daedra-worshipping Supernal Dreamers. He glances your way and, spotting you, winks out of existence, much to your shock. Deslandra, on the other hand, affixes you with an evil eye. You will meddle no longer, she spits. Puh! Okay, so we've set our Unrested 2, and we've set aside those quest units. We've set up the Doom Crag dungeon using the end of session difficulty EP, which is 34 for solo on adept mode. And what we've got is a pretty cool little quest. So let's just zoom in here. So this is us starting here. These are not on the board. This is Deslandra. She is a real pest. But every time we kill her, she will reduce the round counter by 1, which is great. And she's also going to... yeah, cool. Yeah. And she's also going to teleport when we kill her to replace enemies on the board. So we need to figure out, is there a way to kill her that isn't... after deploying enemies, deal 1 true damage. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's a way for me to kill her because I don't really want to have to get a rot die every time I kill her. After this unit is defeated by an adventurer, that adventurer gains 1 over fatigue, penumbra. After this unit is defeated, it replaces the weakest non-allied. We are going to have a lot of stamina. Is there a way that I can defeat her that isn't my fault? We really need our necromancer to come back and save our bacon. Okay, so what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and kill these ones, and then we'll defeat Deslandra, and that will, ideally, teleport her to the next level, which is this level over here. You can't really see, but it's here. And get through that situation. And then we teleport to this third and final level here. And what is our quest? It's a conquer. So we need to kill everyone on every level. In other words, we need to kill Deslandra when we get her to this level here. So if we were to just fight Deslandra every time, which we could do, and she would pop here from all the penumbra dice, taking on their stuff. And it's actually probably not a terrible idea because every time we kill her, the round counter drops. And she suffers 2 damage. So how many of these dice could I have in here? 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we could do it. Anyway, I think we'll consider that. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to defeat this skeleton first. Well, we're going to attempt to defeat this skeleton. We're starting in sword form, exceptionally good. So we're going to roll these 3 dice, and we're also going to roll our tenacity dice. We get the 5 tenacity, which is awesome. So that dice is drained, and we have tenacity to play with. We roll 1, 2, 3, and that deals 3 damage, which is 1 damage to the skeleton. There. Now, do we apply a dazed status die to up to 2 targetable enemies? No. No. So now we're going to roll this dice, this dice, this dice, and this dice after taking a light fatigue. 1, 2, 3, 4 in defensive form. Oh, actually I just remembered our first engage a turn gets the Galatite sword, and we can re-roll 1 thanks to Bard Harder. It's not actually called Bard Harder, but yeah, that's annoying. Could have killed that skeleton. He'll kill himself now, so it's fine. All right, 2 for ranged. We are avoiding 2 damage for ranged. We'll leave that one there because that one's going to go away soon. We'll put that one and that one and that one. Excellent. That is the end of our turn. If we move back to here, so her speed 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll move back 1 to here. So that's the end of our turn. The skeleton, he walks to here and engages us, and he dies. So the skeleton is defeated because when a person engages us, they will suffer damage, and that is it. So we recover the leftmost die in our cooldown track because of our barkskin helmet, and we would get more tenacity. This guy's going to go 1, 2. She's going to go 1, 2 to there. She's out of range. We're on to turn 2. So we unfortunately recover both of these. 1, 2. We will start our turn in combat form, and we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. And then we're going to attack Deslandra with 1, 2. Actually, you know what I should have done? I should have spent 2 tenacity last turn to get my... Yeah, I'm going to do that to get my speech dice back. So it's there when I need it. And then I actually did get a tenacity when the skeleton engaged me. Good. So we move to here. Our first engage this turn. So we're going to roll this dice. And we're also going to roll this dice. And we're going to target Deslandra. So that'll be a lot of damage if she gets it. Okay, so we'll re-roll this one into another tenacity. All right, we got 5 tenacity. That's unfortunate. Let's now roll into defensive mode. And we'll roll these 3 dice here. And that gets us a light fatigue. Boom, boom. And that's a pretty good outcome, Deno. So we'll definitely put that one there, that one there, and that one there. Okie dokie. So thanks to our heavy armor cooldown track, everyone is going to get ploughed. Yep, immovable. After an adjacent enemy engages, you deal that damage to equal to the number of available combat skill dice you have. So this guy suffers 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. We gain a tenacity. He hits us for 1, 2. That's a total of 3. We block 3 thanks to our cooldown dice. Deslandra, she's rolling 3 combat dice. She's going to re-roll one of those 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will discard one of these And then she will also suffer 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that is her turn. So we move on to turn 3. So now we are going to recover these 2 dice. 1, 2. They go back here. We're going to roll... Oh, we needed to recover these 2 dice as well because we were engaged by Deslandra and we were engaged by the Gua. So we're going to roll this one again. We're going to target Deslandra. We're going to be in sword form. So that is 1 damage, which is not quite enough. That one is remove any number, exhaust any number of shield dice and deal 3 damage to your target for each die exhausted this way. So we'll exhaust that and then we will trigger that. So Deslandra dies. So she, when she dies, puts this in play, which is a over fatigue because of rot. And then she's going to die when she penumbras of this guy because she takes his health. And thanks to Ruin Experiment, every time she uses penumbra, she takes 2 damage. So that's going to turn the round counter back down to 1. And she's now going to penumbra off this Khajiit bandit. And suffer 2 damage. 1, 2. Okay. Actually, I'm incorrect. It's not the Khajiit bandit. She's going to this level 2. So it's going to be the... Yeah, this is floor 2. The person of our choice, I say we make it this Breton bandit with steel. He's a problem. She suffers 2 damage when that happens. Now, we only suffer 1 over fatigue for that occurring because the first time she died was because we killed her. The second time she died was because of Ruin Experiment, which is not our fault. I mean, it sort of is. But we've not yet moved, and we can move an additional 3 spaces. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to here. And if we go over here to our map, we can see that we're on A1, which will teleport us to A1. And A1 is at the opposite end of Deslandra. So we're going to teleport to here. At the end of the round, all units occupying hexes. Yep, so that's the end of the round. So we go on to round 2. We'll recover these 2. Oh yeah, that one went in there. So range 1, range 5. Main and native. Native is, for this area, the native rule is called Incite. After this unit is defeated, all allied units heal for HP equal to the current unrest. The current unrest is 2. We've got a native ogre, and we've got a native flame Atronak, and we've got a native ethereal dreamweaver. Problematic. All right. How do we go about doing this? Now we've got this cool dice, so that's nice. We can take an extra turn thanks to the Battle of Glenumbra Moors. These beautiful things that I've done. So let's move 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. We do actually have another movement, but let's see what that is. 2, 5, 2. Nothing. Nothing. 5, 5, 1. No. So that's okay. Now we're going to roll this. We're going to roll this. We're going to roll. No, we're going to do an attack. Yes, that's right. We're going to use our super attack in our first engage on the Flame Atronak. Now we can spend an interrupt when a party member engages an enemy. They may ignore 1 defense on that enemy. So we have an Atronak down at combat 3. You can't really see what's happening, but we're just here. So I'm actually in this hex over here. I'll just put this here so I know where I am. We'll be back in shot shortly. So this level 4 dice, let's go have a look because it's pretty cool, I hope. Power Bash. After this engage, remove all shield discipline dice from your cooldown track and active slots, then declare a target and roll the shield discipline dice as a free engage, applying the results as normal. And shield discipline is all of our level 1s. So let's do that. Okay, so we've hit a 2, that's nice. Let's use our free reroll. Come on, Deno. Yeah, okay. Shield Bash, Power Bash. So after this engage, remove all shield discipline dice from your cooldown tracks. And here, and roll them as a free engage. And that has an immediate effect, that goes there. So we've done 2 damage, which is ignored thanks to the armor. We now get a free engage, and we'll roll these all again. So we're just going to deal 1 damage to the Atronach. Is this the moment to use our... I probably should have decided this before, to use our thing. No, we'll leave it. So we deal 1 damage to the Atronach. And then we're going to switch to defensive form. That's a light fatigue cost. We're going to roll all these dice. Oh, that hurts, Deno. That hurts a lot. So that hurts big time. We've already used our reroll. It's just tenacity. For each fatigue in your cooldown track. No, apply a day's status dice. Choose an adventurer in sight. Yep, alright, so we're going to do this. We're then going to spend 2 tenacity, 1, 2. It's actually, because we just gained 2. We're going to gain this one back. That one. Yep. We're going to do another defensive engage, and we're going to roll this. And maybe we have to roll this and this. We did it again. Why did we do it again? So we gain 3 tenacity. So we're all the way back up to full tenacity. We've got those here. Unfortunately, we do not have our free engage damage every turn, but all right, this just got a lot harder. So let's go. Okay, so first thing that happens is we do Deslandra. So she's going to recover her health, and she's going to attack us with 3 combat dice. So we're going to leave her roll there. This is ignoring 2 damage from ranged, so that's good. And that's that. Ethereal from Dreamweaver Fedrin. Ethereal is we can't hurt that guy unless we're in magic form. He's also got Penumbra. Cool. He's only rolling 2 dice though. 1, 2, 3. We are blocking 1, 2. So we will expend... after an enemy engages you, recover. We'll re-roll his 2. And he does nothing. Excellent. Alright, Flame Atronach, Maim. That is terrible. After this unit's engaged, apply a Maim status dice. I don't think I've ever seen a Maim before. When this unit rolls combat skill dice, the total damage is rolled by half. Alright. Not going to be rolling a lot of combat skill dice, are we? No. And how long does that stay? This effect does not apply to true damage. Good. But we're not rolling combat skill dice then. So we have a maim die applied to us. And this guy's going to roll 4 dice. However, when they engage us, we recover this. We would gain a tenacity. We don't have any to regain. And that's it. 1, 2, 3. We will accept that, and we will discard that to suffer 0 damage. We have the maim. Now this guy's going to move to here. He's rolling 3 dice and he's got aggressive. So 1, 1 and 1, we're happy with that. We'll discard that dice. We'll recover that dice. And that's it. The Wood Elf Bandit, we're going to recover that. Wood Elf Bandit is rolling 1 dice. He does nothing. Ooh, actually, because these two are adjacent, I'm only blocking 1. I will have to discard this instead, and that's enough. All right, so that's all. We go on to round 3. We recover these 2 important ones. We have 5 tenacity. I think we're going to try and pop this Atronak using this one. This one's not as effective anymore. What does that shield dice do? Shield charge, recover any number, deal 1 damage from your active slots and cooldown track. Ah, cool. All right. So yeah, let's attack the Atronak. We're going to spend 1 tenacity to reduce his armor. It's our first engage of the turn. So we're going to roll this dice, we're going to roll this dice, and we're going to roll that as well. 4 dice. Ooh, that's not too bad. So those 2 are good results. This one we're going to re-roll using our tenacity thing. All right. Good. We get to decide the order in which we activate these. So this one is deal 1 damage to your target for each 1 hand and shield skill die you have trained. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's got 2 armor, so we've done 4 damage. This does 1, and that defeats the Flame Atronak. So it goes there. And then, so yeah, so that's this one. And this one done. This one is the good one. Exhaust any number of shield discipline dice from your active slots and deal 3 damage to your target for each exhausted this way. We don't need to do that. And this one is roll them again as a free engage. So we'll do this one now. After this engage, remove all shield discipline dice from your cooldown track and active slots, and you may do them again as a free engage. So yep, so we'll trigger that one. That one's basically worthless. So we'll then grab our 3 shield discipline dice and we'll do a free engage on the Wood Elf Bandit because he's got 0 armor. 1, 2, 3 damage, and they go back into our cooldown slots, protecting us some more. 1, 2, 3. We'll now take a fatigue to switch to defensive mode, and we'll roll these 3 dice. Come on, Dano, that's terrible. That is terrible. That goes there. 2 tenacity. I think we will spend 2 tenacity to recover a dice, which will be this one. And then we'll take 1 more engage and we'll roll this again. If we don't get this, we're in big trouble. Oh. All right, well, we got a lot of tenacity now, 4 tenacity. When a party member engages, choose an adventure in sight, apply a daze status die to 2 targetable enemies. Okay, we got some things, but this is a real problem for us. It's a real problem. We haven't moved yet. So I think we need to get away from this guy. So we're over here, remember? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, if we go to there, that's it. Okay, so yep, just go on to there. All right. So we're on to turn 4 in a second. So Deslandra is going to attack us. She's adjacent. She's rolling 3 combat dice. That's 3 normal dice. Deno, you're an absolute spud sometimes. Actually, she recovers first. We're going to reroll that 2 for her into a 0. We block 1 because of that. We recover this. We gain a tenacity. So yes, we will exhaust a shield discipline die. The Dreamweaver also attacking there. We will reroll. No, we'll just gain that back. Exhaust that. We suffer no damage. And unfortunately that dice isn't in play, which is so annoying. That's fine. So the Wood Elf Bandit will go next. This guy goes now. We'll go 1, 2 to here. And then the Wood Elf Bandit will go here. Actually, yeah, we'll go that way with him. Wood Elf Bandit rolls a blank. We do nothing. We get that. Right. Round 4. So now we have to kill Deslandra because that will reduce the time tracker down. So that goes back there and that goes back there. So we will take our first engage against Deslandra. Let's recover. Do we recover a dice? No, I think now's the time to use our ability. So we'll engage her in combat form. If this is your first engage this turn, add 1 enemy combat die to this engage from the Galatite. It is. And then once per battle, when performing an engage, add 1 enemy combat die to your engage plus an additional enemy combat die for each weapon in your inventory. It's a 5 dice attack on Deslandra. We're not going to use our reroll. She's got 4 health. So we do enough damage to kill her. So we're going to kill her, but thanks to Penumbra, so that's going to drop the round counter back to 3, but we are going to get a over fatigue. Thanks to Penumbra, she's going to teleport here to this Wood Elf Bandit, and that is going to kill the Wood Elf Bandit, which is going to reduce the turn counter down again. And then she's going to kill this Ogre, and she's going to suffer 2 damage from him. And that is that. So that was good. Back to round 2. We'll spend 2 tenacity. 1, 2. We're going to recover this dice. Yep. We don't need the movement. Then we're going to... Oh, we can't, Deno. Yeah, we've got to do this. We've got to do this. We've got to switch to defensive mode. And we're going to roll this dice. We get what we need. And that's a light fatigue. So that's going to stay in there for a long time. We're just going to have to bank on this now. Okay, but the good news is now we will move, so we are engaging both of them there. Okay, it's their turn. So the first thing that happens is Deslandra is going to engage us. She's going to suffer 4 damage because of this, but she's going to recover 1 damage because she has 6 health. So that's her first engage done. We then recover this dice. Very good. And we gain a tenacity, very good. And she rolls 3 attack dice on us. We will keep that. We will block 1 there, and we will block 1 with that. So she does no damage to us. This Dreamweaver Phaedron, he's going to go 1, 2, because he's got 2 armor. We're already maimed, but we don't roll any combat dice, so we're fine. He's rolling 2 dice. It's a 1. We block it with this one. We gain this one back. We gain a tenacity. And that is it. Now, when someone triggers Penumbra, what happens? Enemies that have not yet transferred this round to the matching alerted hex on the floor down. Penumbra. When any quest unit triggers Penumbra, they replace the weakest. If there are none, they replace it on the next floor higher. Okay, cool. So yeah, we just got to kill these 2 and we are good to go. Round 3. We recover these 2 dice. And let's have a swing on Deslandra. Yeah, we'll just use this one. And this one. So that one is the bad result. We'll re-roll that one. Oh, we get an enemy combat dice as well. Damn. So we gained a tenacity. We did 1 damage to Deslandra, and that one is recover any number of shield discipline dice from your active slots and cooldown track. Deal 1 damage to your target for each one recovered this way. No, so we are fine. So we've recovered those. Deslandra is defeated, which means we gain another over fatigue. She teleports to the lowest, which is this Khajiit bandit, and leaves her on 1 health. And we will move 1, 2 to here. And we will take a light engage to fight again. Sorry, we're in combat form. On Dreamweaver Phaedron, we'll spend a tenacity to reduce his armor by 1. And we roll 4, which is great, because that means he's defeated. He does not have rot, so we do not suffer an over fatigue on him. He's going to kill this guy, and because we've got Ruin Experiment, he goes to here. We killed Deslandra, so the round counter goes down. We're going to end the round. It's a perfect round. No, we'll do a fatigue and we'll roll these 2 in defensive form. That one gets in. This one is once again pass. We'll spend 2 tenacity to get our tenacity dice back. Excellent. These guys don't activate because they're on a different hex to us. We have concluded it, so we go to B3, which means we teleport ourselves to this hex here. That's round 3. Should be relatively easy from here. Recover these 2 dice. Doo-doo. We'll stay in combat form. We'll move up to here. Actually, our speed is 1, 2, 3, 4. The speed is 8. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to try and unlock both of those. Let's do this one first. We'll spend a light fatigue to go 3. And then we've got a 2 and a 1. So we just need to roll a 3 on this dice. Sure, we get this. What is it? The Claymore of the Crucible! We'll get rid of our Gambison, so we now have an extra dice for the next one. And 4, 6, 3, we've got no light fatigue that we can use for this, so there's a 3 and a 4, sorry, and a 6. 4, 6, 3. Cheers. It's just tenacity, which we are not having any difficulty with gaining. All right, our first engage for the turn is on Dreamweaver Phaedron. We'll spend tenacity to give him 1 less armor. We're going to roll that dice and our combat dice. So that one is the good one. Exhaust any number of shield discipline dice and deal 3 damage. We'll exhaust this one. And he dies. There's no one else to Penumbra. It's possible that I may have forgotten his ethereal, but I definitely don't think that that is going to impact us at all, because now Deslandra engages us, and thanks to this die, she is defeated, and we gain 1 more over fatigue into our track. Both, and that's it. We gain a tenacity. Should have rolled that. Max tenacity. All right, so end of the day, we are going to remove this from our track. Actually, let's remove this one because that slows down our other dice. We recover that dice. This goes down here, and this one is drained. And we move on to day 2. Three XP reward. I'll take nothing. Encounter rules. Set the round counter to 1. Prepare for the next battle, may choose or increase it. Heal, gain 2. There is a knight in the party. The round counter does not reset when setting up the next day's battle, and higher unrest will mean that more sky shards must be found before Deslandra is found. Okay, let's read the story. Waking nightmares. You're tired, confused. This journey through the Doomcrag has made no sense. Enemies disappear before your eyes, only to appear elsewhere in this cavernous ruin. Nothing is functioning as it should, but finally you've reached the summit and you strike the killing blow to Deslandra. And then you wake up, your face splintered by an hours-long rest on the rough-hewn wooden table in this out-of-the-way Daggerfall tavern. No Doomcrag, no Deslandra. Only the dread of a bad dream, no doubt cast upon you by the supernal dreamers you spotted in your unconscious vision. The battle may have been a dream, but Deslandra's plot is no mere nightmare. You rack your brain and pore over the clues, knowing your time is running out. Everything points to Deslandra wanting to summon an army of the undead to accomplish her ends. But where could she hope to acquire such a force so quickly? While the Doomcrag holds many secrets, a legion of corpses is not among them. Casting your mind back, you recall the tale of the Battle of the Glenumbra Moors. I can sing about that. One of the bloodiest conflicts in Tamrielic history. Local chatter portrays it as in a heath where you're just as likely to stumble upon a corpse as a shrub. Deslandra has the ability to raise such an army. The site of the battle is where she would want to do it. Judging by the distraction laid upon you by the dreamers, you're sure you'll need to rush to intervene before time runs out. But you could hardly call last night's rest invigorating. I don't think we need to do anything here. I think we'll set it to 1. We don't need bonus XP. We don't need to heal. All I really want to do, I'll spend the 3 we got last time to improve our cooldown just by 1 up to 3. I was going to try rock 2 cooldown the whole time, but these over fatigue are busting my chops. So that's it. So we've finished day 2. So we're going to, again, recover an over fatigue. And that's it. We can spend 2 tenacity, I guess. Oh, we can spend 2 tenacity to recover that dice, and then we can gain a tenacity with our last XP. Because you can gain tenacity for XP, which is quite good. All right. We're on to day 3. Oh, gain notoriety. When increase unrest. We have that, but we don't need to do that. Each time you do this... Oh, no. Each time you do this, an adventurer may remove 1 die from their cooldown track and also do one of the following. All right. Well, we do have notoriety, so we will increase unrest by 2, which allows us to remove these 2 over fatigue, which is a good thing, I think. Yes, great. So the unrest sits at 4. And in that case, we might as well gain a bonus XP and get our XP out to there. We're done. Let's go on to day 3, the final battle. It's a delve, I think. Is it a delve? Oh, wow. Set up the following delve using the end of session. Whoa, this is crazy. All right, I'm going to stop and set this up. All right, 34 is our end of... What are these dice doing here? 34 is our end of quest EP. End of session EP. So we need a 20 and a 10. So the 20 will be Naj Mota. And the 10 will be a Goblin Shaman. I am so unimpressed with this rot rubbish that we've been getting a lot of. This guy deploys here. Bane and Shatter. You can just get absolutely messed up. Don't need you at all. 2 here. 3. So yeah, 34 means we need to get 4 level 1s. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to track down 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we should go and read the story, because that will explain what's happening. Waking nightmares. Breathless, you reach Glenumbra Moors, afraid you're too late. As you predicted, you find the Deslandra here, already engaged in a necromantic ritual. Bodies pop forth from the loam-like grisly flowers. You call out and appeal to the wood elf's better nature, and she turns to face you, an otherworldly glint in her eye. Trust me, I don't wish to disturb these souls any more than you do. The greater good at times requires the participation of the unwilling. I need ample protection and enforcement to accomplish my work of severing Tamriel from the realms of Aetherius, and my soldiers of the void are not enough. These brave fallen warriors will be. Don't worry, when magic is banished from this world, no one will be able to disturb their rest ever again. You stare back defiantly. She sighs. Very well. Clearly, you'll have to take my word for it. Maybe you'll even have to join them. The revived bodies start to lurch in your direction. Caches are played just as indicated. Cool, so 1 cache and 1 cache. And this guy's got 8 health. My goodness. Range 6. That's terrible. Range 5. Alright, so we will probably use our Battle of the Glenumbra Moors. So this is a delve. Our current unrest is 4. If it gets to 0 and we find a Sky Shard, Deslandra appears. And all we have to do is kill Deslandra. So we've got a little tricky thing up our sleeve. Have I put that in the right spot? Yes, I have. Very good. Okay, so yes, after each time a Sky card is shown, you may decrease unrest by up to 2. At this time, you may decrease it by an additional 1 if each adventurer gains 1 light fatigue. This may be done multiple times. If a Sky Shard is gained while unrest is at 0, quest unit Lich Deslandra deploys closest to the adventurer who gained the Sky Shard. Lich Deslandra ignores enemies with 0 HP when triggering quest unit skill Penumbra. Purify Corpse. Remove an enemy in range. The tenacity cost is equal to the health stat of the enemy. Whoa. Alright. Oh yeah, and you can't kill anyone. People die when a non-quest enemy is defeated while it is occupying the clash tile. Its chip is flipped so that the opposite side is now face up and remains on its hex. Enemies with 0 HP do not take turns. If we defeat them on the delve tiles, they are dead and gone. Okay. I'm excited for this. This looks like a real challenge. We've got something up our sleeve though, which is we can take 2 turns and we're going to be able to run like the clappers, like the proverbial clappers. So let's commence our very first turn of this final mission of High Rock. These all go away. This goes back to here. We will roll these 3 dice in defensive form. And we'll re-roll this one. Oh, and what we might actually do is spend 2 tenacity. Oh no, we'll keep that because I wanted to do the Battle of Penumbra Moors. So our movement is now 9. So we're just going to pop Deslandra all day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's flip this. Please be a Sky Shard. Oh my god, how many times have I had that on top? Have I done something wrong here? Deslandra is going to appear straight away. Yeah. Ah, dear. Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't take that, but it's literally what's been. You watch me shuffle it. There has been no cuts. That is what has happened in this game. So we're just going to take it, and she hasn't appeared yet. When revealed, the party may choose to gain any amount of light fatigue and distribute it amongst adventurers. For each light fatigue gained by an adventurer, you may deal 2 true damage to any enemy on this tile. So when we walk in there, yeah, alright. This is an interesting one. What to do. Oh, we could have used our Red Mountain drinking song. Do 1 damage to enemies. No. So we're going to spend 2 tenacity, 2 of this, to clear a dice from here. Oh, we can't do this yet, can we? No. Yeah. So we're going to move to there like that. We're going to try lockpick that, I guess. No. We're not even going to do that. We're going to end our turn there, and we're going to spend 5 tenacity and take another turn using the Battle of Glenumbra Moors on ourselves. So we remove all light fatigue from our cooldown track, and we take an immediate turn. So we then recover these, this and this. This goes here. These all slide down. We're at 0 tenacity. We're going to stay in defensive mode. We're going to roll these. So we gain 2 tenacity. We'll try re-rolling this. Oh, we gain another tenacity. That one's a bit annoying, but we are still speed 4. Everything else about this is good. Then we will move into this throne room. So as soon as we move on there, because we can't deploy. Do we deploy more guys on that room? Do we deploy a 20 and a 10? If we do, that's a real problem. I don't think we do, because when you do a delve, if you've got enough people on there already, deploy enemies. See, delve enemy pool, page 74. Delve enemy pool is not calculated once for each individual tile. The number depends on the EP available. Delve exploration, 77. Yep, so the EP available is none. So there's no enemies deployed there. So we move on there, we suffer 2 over fatigue. So we've gained 2 Sky Shards. We're going to spend 2 light fatigue, which means the unrest is 0, and then the second Sky Shard puts Deslandra there. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so we'll go to there. Unfortunately, that is going to be the end of our turn. I suppose at this point we might as well. We'll turn this into an over fatigue to roll these 2 dice on Deslandra. And it's not our first engage this turn, so we put that there. We gain a tenacity. We'll re-roll because we haven't rolled this turn, or have we? Yes, we have. So that one's drained. So that's the end of our turn. She takes 1 damage. I really needed that to be at 2. And that is the end of our turn. It's then back to our original turn, and we will just end our original turn there as well. So that's all turn 1. So now, Deslandra goes first. She engages us for 4, or she suffers 4 damage because of our thing. We gain a tenacity when she engages us, and we also recover this dice. Her roll is 3 combat dice. And actually she'd recover her health at the start of her turn because she's got recover. She rolls 3. We've got our block. We've got that. And we'll get rid of that. And we suffer no damage. Have not yet taken a damage in this entire last showdown. Okay. This guy goes 1, 2. This guy goes 1, 2. Next goes the 20. 1, 2. Next goes the Goblin Shaman, 1, 2. So the Goblin Shaman actually stops here. He is in range. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he engages us. This goes here. This goes here. We gain a tenacity. He's going to shoot us. He's got 3 combat dice. He does 2. We suffer no damage because we have this. This is only when you're engaged by an adjacent enemy, isn't it, Deno? Heavy armor, immovable after an adjacent enemy engages you. Great. That's it. So that one's done. That one's done. So now the Khajiit Bandit will go to here. The Wolf will go to here. The Wisp will go to here, and he will decay. And the Nord Bandit will go to here. That's good. I like it. I like it a lot. Round 2. Fight. So Penumbra still sucks. How do we get around that? We recover these 3. 1, 2, 3. Do we just get over there and attack Deslandra? Okay. Let's read some of these skills here. Bide and Blind, Aggressive and Unbridled. Unbridled is, before this unit deals damage, oh my god, roll 1d6. If the result is 3 to 6, the damage it will be dealt as true damage, and this unit deals 1 additional true damage to each adventurer. If this battle takes place in High Rock, also increase Unrest by 1 on a result of 3 to 6. That guy needs to go down very quickly. Bide. If this unit does not move on its turn, it heals for 2 HP. And the reason why this guy can't attack us, even though he's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 range, it's actually because the line of sight rules prevent them. So you have to be on an adjacent tile to be able to see someone. Even if you're within range, you still need to be within line of sight. So this guy's going to do a whole lot of nothing. So we do still have, what is our words here? Gain notoriety. At the start of the battle, each adventurer may either gain bonus HP or tenacity equal to the current unrest. All right, we'll gain 4 bonus HP. Thank you. Put that in red. And gain notoriety. And then our other one was ruin equipment. Ruin experiment. After a unit triggers a quest skill, Penumbra, they are dealt 2 true damage. So we probably just fight Deslandra, take another over fatigue, and then just keep doing it. Each fatigue, choose an adventurer. That adventurer recovers 1 drain. Yep. So we're going to use our 2 to recover our Juggernaut dice. We're going to start in light mode. We're going to roll this dice and a combat dice on Deslandra. We kill Deslandra, so we suffer an over fatigue because of rot. That one goes away. This one goes here. So she dies, and she will teleport here to this Khajiit bandit, and because of our Penumbra rule, she suffers, because of our Ruin experiment, she suffers 2 true damage. We still have not moved. So we are now going to move after we switch to defensive mode. And we've got to re-roll up our sleeve. That's an important one. We'll re-roll this. Come on, Juggernaut. Juggernaut! That's it. And we're now going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. The wisp goes to there. So this looks like a terrible play. We could try and pick that up. But I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Let's try and kill that little unbridled guy, because he does normal damage. So we'll reduce his thingy by 1. And we will roll this dice here. And I think we'll use our combat thing. Our ability. So it's like 15 dice on this guy. Is that what we want to do? No, we won't do that. No. We'll stand still. We got a lot of health. So this plan could be absolutely terrible, but the reason we're doing it is as follows. It's their turn. Deslandra shoots us with a 3 combat dice. We'll re-roll this 2 into a 1. We've got block that with ranged, and that comes back, and we gain a tenacity. So we suffer no damage from Deslandra, and she's done. Now we'll do this Kraz Gra Magul. 2 dice, aggressive, adjacent to us, so going to suffer 4 damage, which is 1, 2, 3. And he re-rolls this because of aggressive. We ignore that. We suffer that. Oh, that's our good one. That sucks. So we suffer no damage. That's it. This Ovidius, he's going to blind us, and he's going to bide. What was bide again? This unit does not move. Yep, so he just rolls 2. He rolls nothing. That one comes back. We're at max tenacity. The Goblin Shaman, he's going to roll 3 dice. 2, 1, 1. We'll re-roll the 2 into a 1. We'll discard that. He does no damage. We recover that. This guy, so he's a problem. He's going to give us a Bane dice. So that is a problem. When he engages, and he's going to shatter a weapon. Oh no. Did I completely forget about that? I definitely did. Shatter. He just destroys a weapon, doesn't he? Shatter. At the end of this turn, the first time this unit is engaged by an adventurer is not overtaxing. We're losing our Galatite sword. Ah, well. That goes there. He rolls 3. He does no damage. But he does destroy our Galatite sword. That sucks. Any adventure gains a Sky Shard. Oh my god, you may discard this card to ignore the Sky Shard effect on a Delve card. I should definitely have discarded that. And remove 2 over fatigue. I'm going to do that. I mean, I don't think the over fatigue is actually going to be the determining factor here. But that's it. So no damage. Done. The wolf can go now. 1, 2. The wisp is going to decay and shoot us for 2. This will actually attack us. And he does 1 damage to us. The wisp, of all things, is the first guy to do a damage to us in this combat. And the bandit, he can't remove an item from us. And he doesn't do any damage anyway. It's round 3. And so now we're just going to pour everything we can into that Narge motor guy. So we recover 3 dice, 1, 2, 3. We suffer another damage from the Bane, HP. We'll spend 2 tenacity to gain this dice back. We'll spend 1 tenacity to make Narge Motor's armor 1 less. And we're going to roll this dice, this dice, this dice, this dice on, these are here. Aren't they? No. These were here. Yep. On the Narge motor. And we're going to use our over fatigue, our once per battle reveller. We've got 3 weapons in our inventory, so we're rolling 4 combat dice. Narge motor! Okay, there's some great stuff there, and then this is some pus. So we're going to do 2 damage, which is enough to bypass his armor. 3, 4. And then this one goes here and gains us a tenacity. This one, 3, is deal 1 damage to your target for each 1 hand and shield skill die that you have trained. We have trained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is the 6 that he needed to be defeated. So he goes to health 0 and he stays there, which is bad. But now, so that's that one. Now we're going to do this one, which is our level 4, which is after this engage ends, do a free engage, remove all shield discipline dice from your cooldown tracks and your thing, and do a free engage, and we will do that onto the Goblin Shaman. One, two, 3, and they all go here. So he's going to suffer 1, 2. So that was our first attack, pretty solid. The next thing we're going to do is that was in combat. We're going to move, do we roll this one? Yeah, we're going to do another engage and just roll this one on the Goblin Shaman. We haven't used our reroll yet, nor do we need to. That one does 2 damage for each shield discipline die in our active slots. So we're going to kill the Goblin Shaman because we've done 6 dice. He is not on the clash tile, so he is destroyed. That triggers rot. We will now take a light fatigue and we will roll this dice, and this dice. and that's it. And we will re-roll this one. Perfect. We'll then move one to here, and we'll pop that guy to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we'll pump into here, and then we'll bump him back to there. And that is genius. Okay, so that's the end of our turn. So Deslandra is going to go. She's going to engage us, and that's going to kill her. So we're going to turn that into a light fatigue. No, we gain that first. And that's going to kill her and gain us that. So she dies. She triggers Penumbra, which is going to kill the Wisp. So he dies. She's then going to go over here onto the Wolf. So he suffers 2 damage. And that is the end of Deslandra's turn. Because she died. Nars McGodals dies because of our adjacent engage. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. He suffers 2. And he's going to whack us with a bide. 2 combat. Oh. So we suffer no damage, but we have recovered that dice now. So this Nord Bandit with his 1 attack, he's going to do no damage because we're going to discard that. Was that Juggernaut? Comes back. Yes. And he also suffers 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think that is the end of the game, basically, because what's going to happen is this guy now heals thanks to the thing. We recover these dice, and all we need to do is hit Deslandra on round 4 with an attack. So we'll roll these 2 on Deslandra. That is enough to defeat Deslandra from this one here, which is exhaust any number of shield discipline dice. We'll exhaust that one to deal 3 damage to your target. So she dies. She teleports to him with Penumbra, does 2 true damage to him. He dies. She teleports to him and does 2 true damage to him thanks to Penumbra. She's got 1 health left. And when she engages us, thanks to our juggernauting Mad Dog dice, she is defeated and there is no one else for her to Penumbra to. A glorious final mission success. Epilogue. The dead have been restored to rest, now joined by many who are recently among the living. Your first thought is to seek the assistance of the Lion Guard to bury the freshly unearthed corpses. It's grim work, but you take solace in the fact that you prevented these honoured dead from once again being wielded in aggression. They deserve more peace than Deslandra would have given them. High Rock, probably my favourite missions so far. Very fun. What a little game, eh? Like I'm not surprised. You know, I'm not like, wow, I'm so shocked that this game was something that I liked, because obviously it's an amalgamation, as I said at the start, of Too Many Bones and Hoplomachus and all these other games that I really enjoy. You know, so it's not surprising that this is absolutely right in my wheelhouse. What I am going to do for the next playthrough, so we're going to do, we've got, how many more we got? That's our 3rd, so we've got 3 more to go. We'll do each one of the main places. What I want to do is up the difficulty a little. I think we move to expert mode and really see if we can work our way through expert mode. That, I won't say it was easy. It certainly was a challenge to at times to set up our bard, but you know, we had some pretty great broken combos here, which is, you know, recover a drained speech dice at the cost of 2. Oh, look, all of my speech dice roll. Like, the worst is it's just a self-fulfilling one that lets you gain up to, it's free tenacity. It's just like free tenacity if you've got enough time. It'll always be free tenacity. There's no way it can't be. And then these heavy armor dice were just obscene. But it did change up the way I thought about the cooldown track, which is really cool. No pun intended. You know, I was of the perspective that cooldown is the only thing that you have to get early, and because that just changes the game, you know, it gets you more dice back. And yet now I've changed my perspective because we want dice to stay in here, and that's a really engaging thing to have different gameplay loops that you can explore. And one-handed shield was great too. Felt, you know, for whatever reason, it felt like you were just chipping away and bashing them with your shield and stuff, which is great. The bard was great too. Never thought I'd say those words, but I found a bard that I like. Yeah, so next quest, I think I'll flip this one over and see what is on the back of this map, because I reckon that's the one we'll do. And it is Cyrodiil. We're going to Cyrodiil, friends. So, yeah, we will go to Cyrodiil. We will explore that world. So we've done 1 magic, 1 thief, and 1 warrior class. And they're all really super. There's lots that I haven't even, you know, read at all. I basically just rolled. The Necromancer was the only one I was super keen on, really playing. So, yeah, what else have we got? I probably won't do another archery. Maybe we'll go back to another spellcaster of some sort. This Arcanist, maybe. Sorcerer. Or maybe we'll just randomise. Let's see. Hope you're enjoying the Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era. I know it's a game that is probably pretty hard to track down at the moment, but it will be becoming available in the next few weeks or months, depending on your location in retail. And so I highly recommend getting your hands on a copy. I definitely think this is the peak of Chip Theory games at this point in time. I think this is their best game that they've produced. It's easily probably their most attractive game. You know, these tiles look really cool, and all of the artwork on the little things is great as well. So that's it, friends. Enjoy. I'll catch you all in the next episode. Big Deno out.